Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every chosen vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right into it. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and Druuill Nation. Let's go. Look, the vehicles used by your enemies that gangstalk you will be towed, repoed, repossessed, and broken down on the side of the road. Let's get it. Some people think it's okay to hop in a car and follow you. You know, some people think it's okay to follow behind you, drive behind you. They're not doing anything. They're just driving behind you. You got in your car. They decided to get in their car the same time as you, walk outside the same time as you, they tried to even hop in your car and slam the door at the same time. It's all a mind game. These people are all doing things to try to get in your mind. These people are lame-os who watch movies. Like this is why we gotta watch more movies. I'm not into watching TV, but this is why we have to watch more movies. All right. Everybody, you need to start watching more movies. You need to start watching more movies. Pray if it's a movie to where it's spirits, if it's demonic or whatever, pray, ask God to guide you. But some of these movies, ask the Lord to guide you and direct you to every movie that you need to see that would benefit you. Just so you're not out here watching everything, taking up whatever spirit this movie got to offer, because some of these movies, they got demons in them. All right. So be careful with what you watch, but ask the Lord to guide you, because there's nothing to fear. It's just that you don't want to welcome anything in your life that's unwanted, because now you're going to end up having some demons to fight. So what you need to do is ask God to direct you to any and everything that's beneficial for you to see or to be shown for your success or for your growth or for your education, to help you be delivered or fight against or come against negativity. All right. But people think it's okay to get into a car and follow you. I got in my car, you got in your car. You go to the supermarket, I go to the supermarket. They'll cover up following you around your routine. Oh, I follow him. I might as well do what I need to go do when he does it. I might as well do what I need to go do when she does it. No one's either. How are they going to know? How are they going to know? No one's going to know that these people are harassing you except you and them. And this is the sick, twisted game that they play. They know that they play these evil games. They know that the game they play, nobody's going to be able to tell what they're doing except for them and you. And they take pride in that, you know. It's like somebody who, you remember those teams when you were in school, and it's like everybody knew that one particular town that never won. I mean, they never won. They lost game after game after game after. They never won a game at all. Basketball, football, tennis, field hockey, soccer, hockey. They ain't won nothing. They never won. They never won. These people never win a day in their life, and they want to try to win with you. So don't let them win with you either. Even if they get the result that they want, they still didn't win. And that's how you have to see it. Even if these people get a reaction out of you, they still didn't win. They still didn't win. All right. These people are insecure. You laugh at them, they'll run for the hills. Laugh at them every single time. Make these people feel insecure, make them feel awkward, and make them feel as unintelligent as they really are. They really think it's okay to hop in a car, follow you, get behind you. You're going to go do this, I'm going to go do that. No one's going to be able to tell. I'm just taking care of my life when you take care of your life. What is the harm in that? You don't want these people around you. You don't want to see these people. And it causes your body to respond with stress. And they know that they're causing you to be stressed, because they'll see it. You'll go from looking at them to saying hi to them to the face like that to not even wanting to have anything to do with them, because it's like, yo, this person is playing games with my mind, and it's nothing that I could call them out on, because they're doing it behind the shadows covertly. And if I do, they're going to be like, what are you talking about? They're going to lie to your face and gaslight you. It's their pastime, lying and gaslighting. They lie to you and they gaslight you. And it's to the point now where I don't care. All right, I don't care. If you know I don't like you, I don't care. I'm not being fake no more. I will outwardly not like you. I don't have a problem with that no more. That is A-okay. It is okay and all right to not like people and for them to know that you don't like them. It's even okay for you to tell somebody, I don't like you. Please stay out my way. And you don't even have to put the please in there if you don't want to. I don't like you. Stay out my way. And if they have a problem with that, oh well. When people have a problem with the boundaries you set, oh well. You're setting boundaries to keep their negativity out your life because this person is a low life, a low energetic being, and they want to spread it around. They want to pass on the savings. They want to make a deposit in your memory bank. So you got something to think about right when you wake up in the morning. Remember me, Dr. Evil? Yo, it's going to be a lot of cars on the side of the road. I'm telling you. There's going to be a lot of cars on the side. You're just going to be seeing them. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's going to be so many cars on the side of the road behind this gang stalking and this following. All right, it's going to be so much. It's going to be so many broken down cars on the road. All right, people going to be walking over to them and stealing the parts off of them too. Anybody that used their car to follow you, to harass you, to stalk you, to block you, to get in the way. All right, anybody who used their car as a strategic warfare, weaponized mechanism against you, they're not gonna have that car for long. All right, they're already trying to work on that car and put it together as it is. They're already trying to fix this and fix that. The Lord letting you know right here and right now, that thing gonna be on the side of the road. And it's ironic that I'm making this video right now, and the person's out there working on their car that they keep harassing me with. That car is going to end up on the side of the road. You can't fix that car enough for what God is about to do with that. Look at him trying to leave and pull off now. Yo, look at him trying to pull off and leave. Wow. Look at him trying to, yo, they were sitting there the whole time. And now when I start this video, they out. Yo, it's going to be a whole bunch of, but we're not focused on them, remember? All right. It's a lot to this, man. It's a strange game, but once you get your reins on it, once you really figure out how to play, you're good. Even if you figure out how to play a little bit, you're good. And these people, they thrive off of attention, and they know they're getting to you by the amount of attention you give them, because on a regular basis, when you ain't frustrated or worried about them, you ignore them. You ignore their ass. Just like they deserve to be ignored, you ignore them. Losers, jerks, weirdos, perpetrators, narcopaths, haters, all these people deserve to get ignored. They're people that you should not pay attention to. They're not worth your time. And they're people that are just on a lower level of life. You know, you want more out of life. So focus on that. Focus on what you want out of life. Focusing on them's not going to help you. Okay, they just parked. But that car's still not going, that car's still not going to run right. I guarantee it, that car going to fall apart. I'm going to see that car on cinder blocks by the end of the night. In 24 hours, that car going to be broken down on the side of the road, broken into. All right, they're going to rip the shirt out of it. It's going to get towed. It's going to get repoed. And they're never going to be able to drive that car again. They ain't never going to be able to drive that car again. And I'm praying for it until it happens. Because when we have, that's why the Bible says do not cease to stop praying. All right, pray, pray, pray. You pray for your enemy's downfall each and every single day. All right, pray without ceasing for the downfall of your enemies, whatever vehicle they use. All right, that's the modern day chariot. All right, pray that their chariots, all right, will be broken and falling apart. All right, they may come after you with chariots roundabout. They may come after you with chariots roundabout, but the Lord is going to destroy their chariots. The Lord is going to destroy their weapons of warfare. Their weapons of warfare will not prosper against you. All right, their weapons of warfare will not prosper against you. And this person moved because they know sooner or later my video was going to be done and I was going to walk back right up there and we're going to have to see each other. But we in the same place, so we're going to have to see each other every day. And I'm going to make sure I stay as positive as I can. All right. And if it's a point where I ever can't be positive, yo, I don't like you. Get out the way. I don't like you. Get out of my way. I don't like you. Move out the way. And it's simple. That's simple stuff. That's stuff that we overlooked because early on either in our childhood, we lost our voice, or early on in our childhood, we got intimidated because it was somebody older than us that took advantage of the fact that we were a good person, a nice person. This was probably somebody close to you, like your brother or your parent, or, somebody that just made you feel less than. All right. And somewhere along the line, there was somebody early in your life, one of these people like we're describing in this video, God forbid, unfortunately, you were related to him, and that was your first experience with a narcissist. A lot of people remember their first experience being like the one that I'm explaining, being with someone that they were related to in their own family. But That's neither here nor there. All right. My prayers go out to you and your family. All right. But the one thing you have to realize is that when somebody's a narc, you can't change them. You can't expect them to change. So family or not, you neighbor or not, coworker or not, what you have to do is just sooner or later, you're just gonna have to tell these people like it is and just be blunt with them and be upfront with them. All right, people say be blunt. You gotta be blunt. Man, people say that stuff and man, people just talk, yo. That's what I'm realizing. People just talk and everybody wants to not be the person that people don't want to be. So if you got a story and you're coming out with something and saying like, yo, I went through this, I experienced this, everybody's gonna be like, oh, I'm the one that didn't go through that. I'm the one that stood the test. I stood on business. I did it. Okay, cool for you, good for you. But guess what? I got a brain. It's just when you don't know something, you can know something. If you're unlearned, you can become learned. It ain't nothing for somebody to just stand up for themselves once they mentally come over the cowardice that they've been living through in their mind. If you've been a coward, stop being one. If you're a coward, keep it real with yourself. There's nothing wrong with being a coward. It's just the only problem is you don't want to stay there. There's nothing wrong with being a coward that realizes you're a coward and you want to change. It's like, yo, I'm not staying this way no more. I'm not allowing myself to be treated like this no more. The fear is gone. The fear is gone. So what somebody yelled at you? So what somebody screamed at you, raised their voice? Last time you really was traumatized by that is when you was a child. And what you have to do is you have to overcome that. You're not a child no more. You're grown. You could speak. You could use your voice. You could stand up for yourself. You could tell people like it is. And you don't have to be an a-hole about it or get yourself in trouble about it. You don't have to be abusive back. All right. You don't have to act like a gangster or a thug back. You could just be a straight up grown man. Picture yourself in a suit. Picture yourself as a man of God. Yo, get out my way. Somebody got a problem with you. If somebody people will get out your way, yo. They will get out your way because I guarantee you they don't want what's behind get out my way. They don't want what's behind that because it's gonna be years of trauma released behind that get out my way. So it's like this is why people who have dealt with trauma, this is why people who have dealt with certain issues, you have to have peace because you could end up releasing a whole 20 twin on somebody. You could release a whole 15, 20 years on somebody. And it's like they don't deserve all that, even though they do. But you know what I'm saying? They don't deserve all that. They might deserve a good half a year of that, you know, but not they don't deserve they don't deserve all of that. All right, you end up putting somebody in the grave. They don't deserve all that. That's the Lord's job. Let the Lord put them in a grave. All right, the grave that they dug for you, they gonna fall in it. And the Lord gonna cover the dirt up on them. He gonna have one of his angels. He gonna have Raphael put all the dirt back on them. Hey, Raphael, handle that for me. You got it, Lord. You're gonna start digging and cover their ass up. Rightfully so. But yo, there's gonna be a lot of cars on the side of the road. It's gonna, yo, it's gonna look like a junkyard. The streets are going to look like a junkyard behind this gang stalking and these narcissists. It's gonna look like a junkyard. It's going to look like a junkyard. It's gonna be so many cars broken down on the side of the road behind these people in their negative, evil ways. Because you can't keep doing bad and keep expecting for things to work out for you. You can't keep being bad to people and expect things to not work. Anybody that is stalking you or harassing you with their vehicle, Lord, let them get all 4 flats now. I remember somebody, when I was living at this one place, somebody destroyed my property before I knew about your property being destroyed and before I knew about being chosen. All right. I was watching chosen videos and stuff like that, and I had an inkling that it might be something about me. But I mean, I always was interested in this particular topic, but I never quite knew, you know. But I started doing more research, and I'm like, yo, I'm experiencing the same things, and I'm like, yo, I go through certain things on a regular basis. So I'm like, okay, that set it off right then and there. I'm like, okay, I deal with these things too. Cool, not cool, but you know, it's like, okay, confirmation. I'm not just seeing things. I'm not just losing my mind. More or less, really not anything to do with the chosen part. Just more or less like, yo, I'm not losing my mind. There's nothing wrong with me like I thought. Like these people will have you walking around thinking that there's something wrong with you, and you You're so smart, you'll stay in isolation and stay away from people because you don't want to cause any problems. And this is what they cause you to do, because they know you're empathic. They know you put people first, because these are the type of people that they pick on, and they bothered someone like this before. But the thing is, once you reach the level of, yo, you know what? It ain't nothing to be afraid of. It ain't nothing to fear. What could they possibly do to me? There's nobody to fear on this earth. As Biggie said, they bleed just like us. Not to take it there, because nobody's going to bleed, all right? Only person that's going to be bleeding is them behind the hands of the Lord. All right, their blood is upon their own hands. They shed their blood. All right, what you reap is what you sow. The only way they're going to bleed is behind their own hands, or if our rod or our staff got to comfort us. But it's not going to come to that. I guarantee you it won't. It's not going to come to that. And if it do, you got your rod and you got your staff, and it will comfort you. All right? But it's going to be a lot of cars on the side of the road. It's going to be people breaking into them, taking parts. All right? Let every car that follows, harass, and stalks us, Lord, let them get 4 flat tires right now. But back to what I was saying. When my property got destroyed, yo, my whole bike fell apart. These people wanted me to die. I was riding my bike, and the hinge part that holds the wheel, them 2 forks, came up off the wheel. That stuff came up off the wheel. Somebody did that to me at my job, because I would park my bike up when I worked at this when I worked at this particular job, and I would always see people standing around my bike, and I would go out there and be like, yo, what are you like? I would go out there and check my bike, you know? I wouldn't really say nothing to them, because it's like I didn't know, and I didn't want to like sound crazy. So I'm like, yo, man, are they bothering them? I'm like, yo, just stay away. I'm like, yo, bro, you sitting on my bike, or you're near my bike, get away from my bike. I say stuff like that, but I wouldn't cause no huge problem over it. But one day I was riding that bike home, and the whole thing fell apart, and I had to walk the bike home. And then on top of that, once I got it fixed, this was before that, somebody messed with my property again, and they popped my tire, and the tire got popped. So I said, okay, I can't even take my bike to work now. Cool, I'll just catch the bus. And the one thing I said, God, whoever destroyed my property at this place, I said, let them get a flat tire. I said, somebody gave me a flat tire, let them get a flat tire. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be a whole lot of cars not working. It's gonna be a whole lot of cars not working, man. Like, yo, if they pop my tire, let them get a flat tire. And yo, the audacity of people. This is how you know they're demonic. People really want to bother you, and then they really will blame you like you're the problem. We don't like him. He acts this way. He acts that way. We only caused him to be like that. People will cause you to act in a way that's out of character, but here's the thing, they don't care, and they know the world don't care, because and here's somebody commenting earlier, I got him out of here because like the picture that they had looked so stupid, a 3rd grader would be able to tell that there was a narcopath. So I got the narcissist out of here, like I always do. But the person was like, they capitalized, there's more of us than them. Like, these people are so dumb, they need to team up. They all have a little sliver of a brain. So when they all get together and they get around a head narcissist, or it's enough of them to where they can have a whole brain, that's how they're going to operate. They're going to form like Voltron, because they finally got a whole brain. All right, they finally have a whole brain, and they're going to form like Voltron because they finally got a whole brain, right? And the fact that they finally have a whole brain, it's a little foggy out here. The fact that they finally have a whole oh, that's a trash can. That wasn't even what I was looking for. Yeah, you can't even see it. It ain't even worth trying to see it anyway. It's just some loser. But anyway, back to what we were saying. All right, where was I at? See, this is what they do. They pop up and try to distract you. They want you to focus on them. So that way, like, these people have been trying to mess up my videos for weeks. Like, ever since I came out here, like, this dude, I would come home, like, this person right here, they would pull into their driveway. They turn their lights on when I'm turning the corner, like little stuff like that. Like, these people, they watch you, and they just do stuff to try to stop you, or get in your head, or stop your flow, or whatever. But it's going to be a lot of cars on the side of the road. But anyway, I asked God, I said, Lord, pop this tire. And the Lord popped that tire. And that person's tire was popped, and that let me know who did it. Like, God will do things like that for you. Don't you? I had full faith, though. I had the feeling of it. I had full faith. All right. I was confident in the prayer, and I knew, I had a knowing that I said, yo, God is going to do this. And that person's tire was popped. They was out there struggling, trying to fix that tire for weeks. They probably watching this video right now. All right. The person, he was a real bad person, and he was mad because that's why those particular people were gang stalking me. They were already doing it, but it got worse because I was calling him out because some of the things he did. He had harmed some people, and that's all I'm gonna say, because that's not my business. That's his story. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling nobody else's business, nobody else's story, but he did some things to some people he shouldn't have done. So, and I was calling him out on that stuff because he was stalking me. And every time he would stalk me, I would call him out on that. I'd be like, okay, you creep. Okay, you freak. Okay, you little Uzi Vert. No offense to little Uzi Vert, but y'all get what I'm saying. All right, this person was this person was not the best person. All right, this person was not a good person at all. He did some things to harm some children, and that's where I'm gonna leave it at. That's where I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, so that's what that person did. And he was mad because I was calling him out for it. But the thing is, this girl who was on my side, she had told me that about him because she saw what they were trying to do to me. And you'll have angels like that. You'll have people that will give you tidbits of information to help you even the playing field when you have people stalking you or harassing you or trying to bother you. Oh, don't worry about them. They're this. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But the person had popped my tire. And the fact that I just brought that story up real quick because the Lord is going to destroy the people who are trying to destroy you, even if it's mentally. They don't have to touch your property. They don't have to try to destroy anything of yours. But if they're trying to wage war in your mind, if they're trying to cause you mental torment, they're trying to torment you mentally, guess what? That's the same way. That's the same thing as harming your property. You're supposed to touch not my prophets or touch not my anointed ones or do my prophets no harm. And mental torment is harm. Even if it's not physical, it's still harm. So what they're going to do is their car's going to end up on the side of the road. They're going to have a failed transmission. They're going to have 4 flat tires. Their axle's going to break. All right. Whatever they tried to cause for you, they're going to get it. They're going to be stuck on the side of the road calling for AAA by the time they get done gang stalking you. They're going to try to start their car. The engine's going to blow. They're going to try to start their car. The transmission's going to, it ain't going to start. They're going to try to start their car and it's not going to start. All them people turning their lights on, trying to get to you, trying to get you to notice them, their lights going to break. They're going to be driving home and get a ticket now because their lights going to break. Their lights are going to fail. Yo, and I got some great videos coming, man. I'm glad everybody is watching this channel. God is doing something amazing with me. He's doing something amazing for you, and he's doing something amazing with this channel. Trust and believe. God is doing something for all of us. We believe in a living God. You can't spell the word believe without live. We believe in a living God. Our God is alive. He's alive and well. And God is real. But the thing is, these people are stupid. They turn their back on God and they think he don't exist. We're working with a bunch of dodo brains. All right, these people have no empathy. They have no soul. They have no love for God or no love for Christ or no love for their brothers and sisters. So they've kept themselves open for demonic possession. So it's going to be a lot of cars on the side of the road. Y'all going to see cars left and right. You're going to be like, dang, you're going to be seeing them waiting for the bus and all that. You're going to be seeing them catch cabs, Ubers. Some of them going to be walking, and there ain't nothing wrong with walking, But some of them, they're going to have something, and they're going to lose it and have to live in a worse circumstance behind what they do to you. And I'm speaking it into existence right now, and I'm praying for it. Lord, everybody that stalks and harasses us, let their car break down on the side of the road. Let them never be able to start that car again. I'm telling you, even if it don't happen today, keep praying because eventually it's going to happen. Keep praying and keep speaking it into existence. This person not going to have that car. Their cars are going to break down. They're going to have to buy a new car. Keep speaking it into existence. Keep praying for the downfall of your enemies. Don't just pray once and then when you're not bothered anymore, you let it go and then you're cool with them and you don't have no anger or no hatred towards them. Hate your enemies. Hate your enemies in the sense of praying against them. Don't harbor hate towards them. Hate what they do and hate them, but don't harbor hate towards them. Hate them with the same hate that God has for them. All right, hate them in the sense of, yeah, I'm gonna pray against these fools. I'm a dwell in the secret place of the Most High, and I'm gonna pray against these enemies each and every day. I'm gonna pray against their wickedness each and every day. All right, you can't just pray once a day. You can't just pray once a week. You can't just pray once a month. You got to continuously cease without praying when it comes to defeating these enemies and these demons and these witches and these warlocks coming up against you. You have to ask God, show him to help you put on the armor of God. God, we ask you right here and right now to help us put on the full armor of God, so that way we could destroy, crush, dismantle, and destruct every wicked device, every wicked plot, scheme, plan that the enemy has for us. All right, let it fall like quicksand. All right, let them be trapped. Anybody that sets traps for us, Lord, let them be trapped. Anybody that wants to stalk us with their vehicle, let their vehicle get repoed. Let their vehicle get repossessed. When you know these people ain't paying no bills, all right, you let their chief handler, whoever's stalking, whoever's paying them, or whoever's giving them a cut on rent, or whoever's giving them some type of break, because these people are always given incentives to do things to harass. Once you study and once you look into this more, you'll see that there's been incentives given to these people to do the things they do. It's somebody on a higher level than them instructing them. These people don't have no brains for all that. These people don't have the brains for all that. You know a whole lifetime more than them. You got 3, 4, 5 brains more than them. You're way more smart and way more intelligent than they ever could be with their little old pea brain that they got. Man, like their car is gonna be broken down. They're gonna have to come out of their pocket. And yeah, he left while making this video. That car left. Their car is gonna be broken down and ain't there no more. And it ain't gonna come back. He gonna come back in a cab. That car ain't gonna come back, and next time I see it, it's gonna be on the side of the road with cinder blocks. And it might not even be on that. Somebody gonna come and steal the cinder blocks. People, these inmates is getting fit today. They go, oh, I could use this to work out. Oh, okay, I'm gonna take these cinder blocks too while I'm at it. You heard? Yeah, I'm gonna take these cinder blocks while I'm at it. So they're gonna take the cinder blocks too. They're gonna take the leather. They're gonna steal the paint off that mug. They're gonna steal the paint off that car. What you doing? I'm taking your paint, dog. You can't drive this. They're gonna steal the paint right off it. The upholstery, they're gonna steal the leather. Somebody gonna make a jacket. Somebody gonna take the leather and make a jacket out the seat of that car. You see how they be the inmates be getting creative, and they be making, you putting a lot past these inmates today. They take the whole bed sheet, turn it into a whole outfit. They take the whole bed sheet, turn it into a whole, wasn't you just sleeping on that last night? Shh, don't worry about that. I'm fine. I'm fresh. Nothing less but the best. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to Druuill, man. I'm not gonna let this prison hold me down. You feel me? I could think my way up out of this. I could create my way up out of this. Druuill made a video talking about one of Reverend Ike's sermons, where it was somebody locked up and they was in jail and they made themselves a millionaire. You feel me? I'm starting with this bed sheet. Holla at cellmate B Block 1217. Holla at me. All right, I'll rebuke that in the name of the Lord Jesus. But ain't none of us gonna be locked up, and anybody locked up watching this video, God bless you, God loves you, and you will be released soon in the name of the Lord. And if not, you could think your way out that joint. All right. And if not, you can make your conditions way better for you. All right, to where you at least living like a king up in there. But I pray for your release and I pray for your freedom. And God and Jesus both love you more than you could ever know. All right. But back to the topic at hand, man. They go. You see. They going to, like, somebody who knows how to make clothes out of a bed sheet, just got released today, is going to find that car on the side of the road and take the leather upholstery and make a leather jacket. They're going to make a leather jacket out of it. You feel me? They're going to take it and they're going to make a leather jacket. And that's it. They're going to find that car. It's going to be broken down on the side of the road. They're going to break into the mirror and they're going to make them a leather jacket. And they're going to enjoy that leather jacket. They're going to be walking around wearing it like, yo, man, I'm fly. Where'd you get that from? That car on the side of the road that was stalking that guy, making them videos? Yeah, yep. car broken down on the side of the road. God don't play about him or any of them other things. He be talking about some chosen ones or something like that. God don't play about them people. You might want to leave them alone, man. They real good people. They just stay to themselves and don't bother nobody. But the people that bother them, ooh, you don't want to see what happens to them. Ooh, bad sight. All right, so, yo, man, there's gonna be a lot of people without vehicles. I hope they got that license still so they can go rent them a car, because they're gonna have to come out of pocket for car repairs. They're gonna have to come out of pocket to get their windows fixed because somebody gonna smash their windows. There's gonna be glass all over the seat. There's gonna be glass all in the car. Oh, you got your shirt tucked in, huh? Okay, all right. We'll see. Okay, all right. We'll see. The Lord is good. God is good. The Lord is good. God is good. We're focusing on the right things. We're keeping our mind focused on the right things. It's a lot to deal with as a TI and a targeted individual. So we're just going to keep praying. And any enemies that live in the place that I live at, or any enemies that live in the place where you live at, any enemies that work where you work, any enemies that try to come in contact with you and cause trouble and bring trouble into your life, they're all going to fail tremendously. They're going to lose. They're never going to win in life. They're going to continue to have failure. They're going to continue to fail with their finances. They're going to continue to be broke. They're going to continue to live in poverty. They're going to continue to stay impoverished as we rise up, as we level up, as we Christ up, Lord up, Jesus up, God up, all right, ourselves up, all right, angel up, okay, angel up, armor up, all right, as we continue to rise up in our power, because it's a lot of Christ-like energy coming back to the earth now, because Jesus is coming back soon. So he's raising us up and he's getting us ready, all right, for that particular day, all right, whenever that day comes. But even before that day, even before that day, even I may not make it there with you, all right, but even before that day, all right. And this is why we have to create our own kingdom within. The kingdom, that's why the kingdom is at hand. At hand. The kingdom is at your hand. So you create your kingdom. All right? When that way, when the Christ come back, he'll have some people to get right with. He'll have, I recognize my brothers and sisters. Look at this amazing kingdom you've built. All right? And in the name of the Lord Jesus, man. We're going to be destroying a lot of enemies, and we're going to be speaking a lot of negativity towards a lot of people. And there are going to be people who think they're tough, who don't like you because they don't like you either. So whenever you have a problem with someone, they could potentially all not like you. So the people who you don't have a problem with directly, ignore those people. They're just acting tough. They just want some attention. They just want to have some drama too. Don't you get into a problem with 4 or 5 people when it's uncalled for. It's okay to have 4 or 5 people not like you, but don't get yourself into a problem with 4 or 5 people. All right. So, and that I definitely suggest that. Don't get into no problems with no 4 or 5 people. These people are, even though they're acting tough, that's still 4 or 5 people. All right. So, just hold it down and ignore them, and keep it real with the person that wanted to keep it real with you, even though they're being fake as hell. All right. So whoever you're having a problem with, don't even focus on them. Don't focus on none of them, because they're punks and they're cowards. And when you have a problem with one of them, you got a problem with all of them, kind of thing. But guess what? When they got a problem with us, they got a problem with God. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You got a problem with us, you got a problem with God. And they know they don't want no smoke with the Lord. They know they don't want no smoke with JC. You feel me? You know they don't want no smoke with the big C, the creator. They don't want no smoke with him. All right. So if they mess with you, they got smoke with God. Just know that, because if they try to mess with you, they're trying to stop God. And that's the one thing that's going to get them put out of here. That's the one thing that's going to get them quickly and utterly destroyed. Quicker than they can say, hey! Like that movie when David Banner was a slave and he was out in the field and that dude just got done raping his wife. He was like, hey, pow, he shot him. That's how they're gonna be to you, minus the rape and the slavery. They're gonna be like, hey, and God's gonna be like, pow. It's gonna be a spiritual death. All right. So we said a lot in this video. There's going to be a lot of cars broken down on the side of the road, transmissions not working, axles broken, cars not starting, engine blowouts, broken into vehicles. And it's not going to be us because we don't damage property. But what you put out is what you get. All right. They want to be rude. They want to gang stalk. They want to harass and all these things. Now they're going to be harassed. Now they're going to be gang stalked in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Everything that, the universe works like this. Whatever you sow, that shall you also reap. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. Whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap. So whatever they're putting out into the universe for you, they're going to get that back. And unfortunately, it's going to come back in the form of a car. They're like when you pray, whatever weapons formed against me shall not prosper. You have to imagine and see, okay, what are they using against me as a weapon? They're using cars. They're using strategic street theater, stalking. And how are they able to do this? They're able to do this with vehicles. They're able to do this with harassment. So however they try to harass you, however they try to stalk you, their plans are going to fail. Whatever they use, it's not going to work. It's going to stop working. It's not going to start. All right, they're going to run out of gas. They're going to have to call AAA. Engine going to blow out. Tires are going to be flattened. They're going to go out to eat and be on a date and come back and all their tires going to be popped. They ain't going to be able to get nowhere. The girl going to leave them and go home and find some. She'll end up going on a date with the Uber driver. It's probably going to be you picking her up too. So whatever they're putting out, they're going to get that back. Trust and believe. All right, whatever they put out, they're going to get that back. Trust and believe. The Lord is going to give them double their trouble since they want to be a witch. All right. And their car is going to be broken down and possibly even stuck in a ditch. All right. I done seen somebody's car stuck in a ditch already this year. That car ain't never driven the same yet. They done took it to the shop. They done tried to fix the little lean in it and everything. Because when I saw it, I was leaning because I was gaslighting them. If they want to gaslight me and stalk me, I'm going to gaslight you back about your leaning car. Because I saw it get stuck in a ditch and they had to use every piece of construction equipment they had to pull that motherfucker out. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be driving like this by the time they get that car fixed. They're going to be leaning sideways like them boys in the days. They're going to be, fofos I'm tipping. Whenever you come around them, you're going to be like, Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Because their car going to be tipping. They're going to look like they was sipping on some fofos, tipping on fofos. That's what they're going to look like. Like, do you drink lean? I hope not, because that's not good for you. It ruins your kidneys, and it's not healthy for you. But also, besides that, your car, it look like you're drinking something right now because your car got a little slight tint to it. Your car got the sitting in lean with the gangster lean. That's what your car got. Your car got the gangster lean right now. They wanted to be a gangster. They wanted to be a gangster stalker. So now their car is going to have a gangster lean. All right. They wanted to gang stalk you with that car. Now the Lord is going to deliver a gangster lean up into that vehicle. The car they're going to be driving on a donut by the time they get done with you. They're going to be going in the junkyard trying to find parts. Ain't going to be no parts there. Do you got this part? No, we just sold out of them. Somebody just came and bought all of them. Somebody just came and bought all of them. They didn't even need them. And now they're reselling them for $1,000 a piece. Well, where am I going to find that? Lord help you. God help you. When like people who like peace, they really don't enjoy being bothered or mentally tormented. All right, and there is peace and there's peace in God when people try to mentally torment you. So if you're mentally tormented by people and it's like you're being gang stalked, that just means you have to keep developing your relationship with God. There's not enough God in your life to where you're able to go to Him, seek and find peace. You got to develop your relationship with God. That's learning Him, learning His Word, learning people who studied His Word, all right, learning people who've written books based off the Bible, learning from people who have written books about the Bible or who read the Bible and they've written books. Study those people. It's going to bring you peace. It's going to bring you clarity. You're going to be edified, and you're going to learn how to deal with difficult, undesirable delinquents, because that's all they want to be. They just want to be a delinquent. So if they're a delinquent, wish the delinquent well. Wish the delinquent peace and say, you know what? Peace be unto you, delinquent. Peace be unto you, delinquent. And then you start praying for their downfall. All right. All you may have to send some peace their way to help you get over the initial blow and the anger. But since they're an enemy, that peace is for you. You're sending peace. You sending them peace. All you're doing is it's a way for you to peacefully send their negative energy back to them. You're not really sending them peace. you're not really saying peace be unto you. All you're doing is affirming peace their way, so that way you're not affirming anger and hate their way. Because if you affirm anger and hate their way, what that's going to do is that's going to cause a negative stress response in your body. So that's why you have to give all that to God and just pray. You could pray for their downfall all you want. You could get as you can get as lively and as into it when you pray for their downfall all you want. All right, but just don't have no anger towards these people. Give it to God. And when you're praying for their downfall and when you're praying for their destruction, you're letting God take care of that. You're letting God fight that battle. So that way it's not going to be like physically stressful for you. It's not going to wear you out. It's not going to drain you. But this is why you have to say peace be unto them, because you can't be trying to pray for their downfall and draining your own energy at the same time because of how you're handling the situation or how you're treating it energetically. All right, so enough said. All right, it's going to be a lot of broken down vehicles. You're going to see them left and right, and they're going to be in the car, sitting on the side of the road waiting for AAA. All right, praise the Lord when you see it. I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. Smash this like button, smash the share button, and don't forget to subscribe. And just for the record, no, we're not asking that we're not praying that nobody get into no accident. All we're praying is that the enemy's vehicles used against us just don't start, and they end up on the side of the road and they can't drive them ever again. They want to stalk and harass us with the vehicle. We pray that the vehicle, the operation of the weapon of mass destruction that they use against us don't work. That's all. We don't want to see nobody get into no accident. All right. Whatever the Lord has planned for them, he has planned for them. But we're not going to be the ones to wish no negativity on anybody. All right. We're going to pray for their downfall, and whatever the Lord sees right for them, that's what we'll pray for. But that's the Lord's job, not ours. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. It's been another Druuill special. Shout out to the chosen vessels and the galactic family, Druuill Nation. Everybody hit that like button, hit that share button. Don't forget to subscribe. Routine maintenance. I'll see all you wonderful prayer warriors in the next video. We out.